Many senior lawyers praise my position on Endsars panel report. Keyamo. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Minister of State for Labor and Employment Festus Keyamo's son in his interview with Temidayo Akinsuyi in his office in Abuja speaks on the controversy trailing the planned removal of fuel subsidy. Endsars panel report. Latest development in the ruling All Progressive Congress APC and other issues of national importance. You granted an interview a few days ago where you stated why it is expedient for the federal government to remove subsidy now. However, some Nigerians have said there would not have been a need for subsidy removal if President Buhari had fulfilled his promise to fix the existing refineries and build new ones. How do you respond to that? He replied, "Let me talk about subsidy first before I answer that question in particular. Subsidy is an economic necessity but also a huge political problem. Various governments have bowed to the political side of it. In the past, the government tried to take the bull by the horns. The people did not trust them enough to manage the resources that will be accruing to the government as a result of the removal of subsidy. The immediate benefits of the removal is that the government will have more resources at its disposal to carry out projects and other infrastructural development. But in the past, Nigerians were not too comfortable with these previous governments because of their reputation for profligacy. That is why most of us fought in 2012 during Occupy Nigerian protests during the Jonathan presidency. President Buhari is a leader that enjoys public confidence because Nigerians know that he is not profligate. They know that he does not dip his hands in the till. They also know that he is a president that runs a zero corruption policy. So, as a result of that, people may have more confidence in this government to manage the resources accruing from the removal of subsidy. Therefore, it may be more acceptable to the public if this particular government explains to them what it intends to do with the monies that we accrue to government from the removal of subsidy. Nigerians are beginning to see the infrastructural development. They are beginning to see the commitments of a president to infrastructural development. Most of us monies we are borrowing, people can see the effect everywhere they go. You see the airports, rail lines, roads, second Niger bridge, and so on. People are beginning to see the visible things that we are using these monies for. With that, they will have more confidence that if with so little, the president can do so much, if more resources are available to him, perhaps he will do much more. Now, coming to your question on the issue of refineries, if you have been following the Federal Executive Council, FEC, approvals in the last 7 months, you will see that we have actually approved a memo to rehabilitate the refineries. But this takes time. It cannot be turned around overnight. First of all, you have to first go around the world in search of the best hands, not some quacks that are used in the past. In fact, during the Obasanjo's time, those turnaround maintenance were given to local contractors who just pocketed the money. And I am sure you know those I am talking about. Some months ago, we did approve a memo to refurbish the refineries. So that the president has fulfilled that promise. He has approved, but it takes time to do all these things. In the meantime, while the refineries are not fully back on track, you can see that between 2006 and 2018 alone, we spent 10 trillion on subsidy alone. That is about $25 billion. In 2019 and 2020 alone, we spent close to 3 trillion naira, which is about $7 million on the turnaround. Today, we are doing between 200 billion to 250 billion naira monthly to subsidize petroleum products. That is the kind of money we need for infrastructure. If we have that kind of money available to us, we may not have budget deficits and may not need to borrow. The major issue that we have with budget deficit is that the funds are not available. Now we have even got a deficit budget. You are not saying on top of that again by 250 billion per month. The reality is that if you keep doing that, the economy will collapse. However, having spoken of the realities, I am not unmindful of the effect on the masses. That is why I said it is a political dilemma. How do you have the masses through this difficult period? my heart is also there too. Some analysts are saying that petrol may sell above 340 naira per litre if subsidy is removed. How true is that? He replied, I do not think government has fixed the price, but they will not even be the ones to fix it. They will allow the market forces to go to play. But the truth is that this government is really thinking outside the box. The Minister of Finance has said we may have to give 5,000 naira per month to some of the most vulnerable citizens, and we have a social register for that already. We are just hoping that Nigerians will understand and pass through that difficult time. Over time, the masses will benefit from subsidy removal because they will have more access to good roads, clean water, health care, and power supply. Power supply is very necessary for them to boost their small businesses. Artisans like welders who have abandoned their work due to lack of electricity will be able to go back and be more productive. So, the masses will be the greatest beneficiary if subsidy is removed. You recently said it was out of the jurisdiction of an Endsars panel committee set up by the Lagos state government to investigate the activities of the federal government's institution and officials such as the Nigerian Police Force and the Nigerian Army. But some lawyers have claimed the position has no legal basis. And in response to that, he replied, I wish they listened more to my interview before they responded, because I made it abundantly clear and kept emphasizing on it that my views were not the position of the federal government. I am a lawyer, a member of the inner bar in the first instance before I became a minister. So I'm entitled to my views. Nobody should kill themselves over it. Federal government has not said anything over that, so I do not know what this hula baloo is for. Since I made my views known on the report, many of my colleagues who are also in the inner bar have called me, congratulating me and thanking me for raising the point. So if some sections of the press want to prosecute an agenda, you will see them interview only free lawyers, and they are normally anti-government, and they will use it as a major headlines in their newspapers, such as lawyers